Hello everyone, Jean is here, and again I'm going to do another trading session and showing you how I trade and placing orders and do some instant trading too. I'm again trying to see if volume is alright, if my microphone is working fine, just checking. And then I can continue just in case. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
If
I can hear myself.
my microphone is working fine, just checking.
Right, okay. I think I want to, yeah, just switch it off. Right, okay. Back to the screen. So last time I had a couple of trades running. Remember guys, the manual trades I placed with my EA, and when I was leaving the screen I left the trades running and they closed out with profits afterwards, so the signals were quite correct. And now I'm looking for new entry points. As you know guys, that I'm running AlgoTrading, not on this account though. This one is placing manual orders and the other account is completely fully automatic. So now I'm just looking for I see a little bit of the possible entry point in here, and I can place either orders or just to look for an instant trades instantly. So this is the area of looking a bit of consolidation for me. So I'm just thinking to place the orders and then give a little bit more info. I'm just looking at some other indicators I'm using because, like I was saying, slightly new strategy using the indicators for trading the smaller time frames, scalping 1 minute chart, 5 minute charts, and based on indicators only. So I mean at this moment with the indicators it's showing, I mean here as I have a, okay, let's just place the orders at this moment. You see, for example, without indicators, without nothing, I'm only using the EA, placing the buy stop, pending order and sell stop. This is how I place my orders, guys. You see, this is the levels again. So that's I look for consolidation or any patterns, and then I create this type of channel. You see it's around 50, so I would look about 50, could be a little bit more like 60 pips, the width of the channel. I prefer, but I prefer not very wide channel. You see, based on some previous small areas of consolidation in here, and that's why I'm using that area. And the actual orders again are 28 pips above or 288 points, and the same from the red level down. So and I can try to see again, you see going down 288 and 288 plus the first take profit 200, so I need 488 to get me a bit of a profit. So you see I'm at this moment calculating based on this pin that if it will go down it will cover that pin and go maybe further down, or if it will go up I can see it's a good distance here to the previous tops. If for example it goes up around here, it's about 800 points or even further up, but the first 200 points are closing half positions and then it will be running by trailing stop. So if depends again if I will not be here by the screen, because otherwise if it will decide to continue going up then it's possible to add a little bit more trades, because we will be working on the base of this channel. For example, I will give you a little bit technical overview in a minute. So this is the orders I placed, right? And that's what I'm sending to my Telegram channel now. Okay, so I send it to channel. That's how I do my signals, sharing, basically what I do, just sharing my trades. And I just want to again copy the link of my Telegram channel and put it here, so you know that's the only my official, I'm just putting it on my official Telegram, and that's the only one, guys. So I don't have any other Telegram channels out there because there are so many scams going on and they have nothing to do with me. I don't have any other names other than that. That's the only one which is mine. Okay, and if you want to join, it's absolutely free to join. All my trades when I'm placing the orders are going to that Telegram channel. So that's how I do it, sharing. But like I'm saying, guys, it's all up to you. If you want to follow, you don't want to follow, I don't force anyone. It's up to you. I remember about the risks, basically. So let's have a look at the bigger picture where gold is basically in this little uptrend channel where it's trying to get out. You see, it did not, from the last time when I was making the technical overview, remember we were around here, I think it was here, where my prediction was that we will go down first, right, to the next level of this channel, and from here I was expecting a bit of consolidation, and where I was saying we are either going to try to break out or turn around and continue inside the uptrend channel. So that's exactly what happened, basically, because stopping somewhere in the middle like this usually is not, I mean, it's still possible to stop here and turn around, but usually if it's something happens, some kind of news, I mean, even so we do know that about fundamental picture of the world at this moment, still gold continued the way down and then had a breakout from the channel, but as you can see, not very strong. So that's what I'm saying. It's to trade, try to get the bigger moves. The problem is that we were expecting breakout, yeah, we're turning around. So you see it's broke with a nice candle and went down. And what's on a daily? Probably big red, well, not big red candle actually. This one is a big red candle, but those ones were just like those little pins kind of candles, which could mean the turning around. Yeah, okay, come out a little bit from the channel and still can turn around, but this moment you can see this big red creation of the big red channel. What was the weekly? The weekly was big red candle also. So, and basically anything can happen. So with the fundamentals at this moment, you would probably think the gold should continue going up. Okay, so yes, I would be like completely positive that it should go up, but the technical picture at this moment is a little bit uncertain for me. More, of course, that is we are out of the channel and it sits behind that level, big red candle here. This is breakout, came back, and then it's like a broke, bit of a pullback and comes back. So it sits outside of the channel. So for me, in the normal circumstances, by looking at the technical picture, I would consider continue the way down. So that's how I would look at it at this view. So, but because of those fundamentals at this moment, the world news, you know, it's possible it might try to go up again. So, but like I'm saying once again, that trading the smaller time frames is more beneficial, as we don't need to think about all this global situation. Don't need to think really, just look at technicals and try to get just few pips out of it. Okay, so it all depends how you prefer to trade. So you see, like for this strategy, I only look for this little bit of consolidation and then I just place the orders and that's it. I can now walk away and just enjoy the day, or at least until this work out. And of course I can put alarms on the screen, you know, to put alarms or breakouts. And then if I'm like, again, at home, or you are at home, so you just listen when alarm goes on, you know, for example, if your first trade close out, then you can come and see what is happening and then continue, make a decision if you want to add a bit more trades or look for the new one. So that's how it is, because otherwise just sitting and watching, it's very slow. At this moment, it's no point. But now let's go and try to do the scalping, the 1 minute time frame. If because when it goes into this channel, we can do a little bit of it's quite wide, it's 50 pips width, and expecting if it's going to sit and a bit consolidate in this channel, then we can go for smaller trades for quick, maybe not even 200 points but 100 points, right? First let me do what I usually do, of course, looking for the tops and the bottoms, okay, the highs and lows of closest tops and bottoms. So for example, I have this one, right? So that would be with gold, like I'm always saying, it's important, it likes to take the tops and bottoms and then reverse. It's very, very often with gold, or break it and continue the way. But usually first it would try to go above, for example, come back where we can make profit, and then it can turn around and continue the way, or the same, break it and then go down. I mean, okay, at some point, sometimes it might just stop without taking it and then go down, for example, but it will eventually, it still takes tops and bottoms. It's always pretty much always does, but of course it might take some time. It's not always very fast, but at some point it does it. But at least, well, okay, let's say 99.9%. So 1% is still, yes, it might not come back for one or another, top or bottom. When it runs away, when something happens with the news, and the market might not come back to one or another bottom or top, but it happens, it's about, I would say probably about 1%, that yes, but most of the time it's really good predict with gold that it will go for one or another top or bottom. So here I have a bottom. Okay, so kind of like trying to put gold now in this range, in the wider range, right? And we are closer to this. So basically my expectation would be, if we will go down first, we need to take this bottom. So right, so if it will be trying to take that bottom and then trying to come back, and we will see again at the situation if it will try to go back up and climb back inside the channel. So basically how I would look at it technically, if everything is okay, nothing breaking news or anything, my view here would be as, okay, so it had the bottom here, it took kind of that previous bottom, it's trying to come back, and now it's more looking like head and shoulders, right? So it's like a head and shoulders pattern, very much looking like, because I have a head and I have a shoulder here. So this is the 1 hour time frame, and I have a shoulder here. Let's see on a 4 hour time frame. On a 4 hour time frame, it's not looking like it's a pattern. You see, that's why I like to go on the bigger time frames and see the situation on a 4 hour time frame. It's more looking like a possible double bottom creation, right? So basically that's why expectation that on a smaller time frame we might go back up, but we're still inside this channel. And would it try to break through further? Possibly, but on a bigger time frame, this could be a double bottom, right? And then it might go, the bigger time frames, they're more accurate, basically. And so if we will go, for example, down, taking this bottom, then come back, and then we will see what it's going to try to do next, try to go back and go further. So the stronger picture would be for me if we will do that, and it will be trying to go back up, and then depends, maybe there's some fuel would be with news or anything, and then I would say, okay, I would possibly expect it to return into the channel. So you see, that's why, for example, here it was not a hard breakout and continue the way down, how we all most of the time I would be expecting from gold make such a big move, but you know the fundamental situation, that's why I didn't continue this way. So basically from here, for example, I think, you know, yeah, the gold is definitely going up, I can't say that. So okay, for example, buy and then place my stop loss somewhere around there. This is not how I would think, but many people would think something like that, because based on what is happening with all the news and you know, like 1 hour time frame is that head and shoulders looking pattern. And also we have here the pin came out, right, the previous bottom pin. So yeah, some people will be just buying here straight away and placing the stop somewhere below. Usually depends how big your account. Some people would place it right here, which is only 90 pips, but still quite a lot, or a little bit further, which is about 300 pips. I would say it would be safer, for example, for this, and in waiting for example, to go up. And like for the first, a possible take profit, it could be if we will use FIBA levels, for example. Yeah, then we have, it's already done here 50, so going to 61, and we have also 71 around here somewhere. So for example, if it will go up there somewhere, then it might try to go for a little bit pull back and then continue way up. So these are the movements of possibilities how gold can move, right? All expectation from it, but the distances are huge. And for example, instead of waiting for one big trade, through all of these movements, we can small profits we can take through those movements. But that's how the bigger picture gives a little bit of idea. For example, when to risk in it, if it will start to go up, then to risk it in, like for example, place the buy orders or just buys, and where to place the stops. Remember when I was showing in my previous live trading, I moved the stop loss a little bit further, like it was 900 points, but because the market started to move against me a little bit, so for protection, even though we didn't reach the 900 points anyway, I still moved the stop loss a little bit further down, and expecting to take the previous bottom, and the market turned around and came back and made me profit after all, so as was expected. So even though it went out against me just for a little bit, but in the same day it was still profitable, 2 trades. And I was showing you the previous ones which I could have taken if I would have been watching through the Asian session, right? So that's how it worked out. So it would have been a completely profitable day from starting from Asian session through American session. And then I had news, and I was not able to place any more trades afterwards. So, and okay, well, let's see what the news we have, or what on the calendar, of course. If so, today is the 23rd, and we have here, we have European news for pound, we have some existing home sales, FOMC, because I'm looking for American dollar, of course. The news for American dollar, European is not important, but for American is nothing. Flash manufacturing PMI, so that would be later, and I will not be able to watch it again. I'm not going to be here, so this is what is going to be run by the EA afterwards. Let's see what is going to be happening tomorrow. Powell testifies, and Wednesday again Powell, and Thursday unemployment climbs. That's could be useful, and Friday core PCE price index we have. So a little bit of news this week, so expect a bit of movements, of course, but at this moment let's see what other news, what we have on the fundamental. Of course, it's all getting like quite a lot with US and Iran, and but nothing at this moment is going out. Like we know about it, we knew about it, is something that will be happening, and just you see for gold, it looks like it's a bit of a waiting time, because you know, the gold is very expensive. Yes, it's gone extremely high, and the price is very high, and of course it's been a bit of a correction. Yeah, it's done quite all right with the correction here, but still with this technical overview would be really nice if it could drop a little bit further down. You know, it's more looking like a triple top at this moment, or like one top and another top and then go down? Would it try to take the that pin? That's the question. And bigger time frame. That's what I was saying. After this pin, I would usually expect a green candle, but might before it turns around, I usually expect like this, unless there are news, of course, the other world news. Okay, so now, to be honest, I just could leave it, but let's go and see what I can do with 1 minute time frame, if I can actually trade in 1 minute. Which again, you see the EA, I'm using my EA. I can like open another time frame and change. I don't know if you can see the settings. I think it doesn't show the, I don't think it shows the, no, I don't. But I can change settings in here. So you see, for example, yeah. You can see on the screen at least that, you see, for example, take profit here, I have 3,000 points, right? Compared to this one where it's only 200 points. So you can open as many windows as you want, place as many EAs as you want. You just need to change there like a magic number, reference number it's called on this one, and put any settings. So for example, one EA can run fully automatic system, other EA can place bigger lot, smaller lot, bigger take profit, smaller take profit, no take profit, just trailing stop, for example, based on a trailing stop, and yeah, and trade it like this. So for example, with this one, if I have 200, so for example, if I would just go for some quick scalpings, then I could put like only 100 points. But don't forget, of course, the spread, how big the spread is, because you need to consider the spread, which in this situation it should be quite narrow, because the market is quiet, it's not news, and the spread is usually quite reasonable. So now let's see and try to use again the indicator strategy. I'm just looking because I have it on the other screens. Is going to be too busy on that one, so I like to keep this one clean, and just to see if I can do some trades. Let me just check again. Okay, so I want to see what I have on the main picture. On the bigger time frame, a bit of a mix. Like on a weekly one, it shows me it could possibly go for more for sale, but a little bit mixed. It's the weekly one. Then I'm looking at the daily one. Daily one is also showing me a downtrend a bit more, that it should go down. On the daily one is quite strong, I'd say, showing a bit of more downtrend. On the 4-hour time frame, is also a little bit mixed, but still more towards further going down. Okay, and 1 hour time frame. One hour time frame is a little bit mixed, but also more towards go a little bit more further down. It shows me. Again, this is the indicators, using indicators, because you see now in the technical here I have this downtrend channel, but we are on that side where it looks like it wants to, you know, in the channel to try to go back up, but and head and shoulders, possible head and shoulders. But with the indicators, like I'm saying, I never used indicators before, but now I'm trying to see, but it works quite well on smaller time frames, but now I'm trying to compare with the big ones also, what the big ones are showing me. And it's showing a little bit of still continuation, but a bit mixture, because one of the indicators is a little bit showing a little bit neutral, more up, but the main one shows a continuation of the downtrend, continuation of market to go further down in 1 hour time frame. And okay, let's see what's on the 30 minutes. On the 30 minutes, 30 minutes also showing again a little bit mix. One is showing a possible reverse, but the major ones are showing me are more again also towards down, going further down. Now 30 minutes is still kind of a little bit more the possible reverse. It's like the early signs of possible reverse on the 30 minutes, because on 1 hour it's a little bit mixed, but still shows a continuation possible down. 30 minutes a bit of a mix, I'd say. And now we're going to 15-minute time frame, where we had so this is 1 hour. Now I'm going to 15 minutes. So just trying to see and looking for, of course, going for the 1 minute, but before 1 minute it's better to check the bigger ones for just to see a little bit. So thinking to, is that what is that pin is going to do? So it shows me that it might go and take that pin. That's what it shows me on the 15-minute time frame with these indicators. It could. But still with a little bit slight up, slight possible going up. Okay, that's the 15, and going to 5 minute. Five minutes just showing a little bit, still going a little bit up, but expecting the continuation of the going down. Maybe just a little bit up, and then we continue going down. So, all right. And 1 minute time frame. Using 1 minute time frame. One minute time frame is just tells me waiting. 1 minute time frame shows me to wait a bit. So let's just because it might go a little bit further up. See, it's trying to go a little bit higher, so that's the point is it going to break it? See, on the smaller time frames, that's where I have one top. If we are looking at possibility of going up, and I have here the same, you see that top. Let's see if it will try to break it, and that bottom. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wait. So basically what I want to see is for the market to go a little bit higher, take that top and then turn around. So if it would do that, not to go to 288. So hopefully it's not going to go to 288 where it can trigger the buy order, but go a little bit up and then turn around. And that's where I will be looking for a possible sell. And now it's just again just to wait and see if it's going to do that, break that, take that and then come back. And it has few pips to go to get it. Okay, so it just took it. Okay, and now I need to get the signal if I want to sell now or not. So I just need to get that that signal in there, the indicator. So now I'm using the 1 minute time frame because it's not like I was saying, a bit of a mix. I have still more towards selling on the bigger time frames, the indicators showing me, but on the smaller time frames like 5 minute and you see at this moment it's not giving me the sell. You see it's not giving me, that's it, it's triggered the buy, so it's broke. That's what I'm saying. You see it did not give me the, on 1 minute it didn't give me the sell. It's showing a little bit more of the going up first. So you see it took that top. I mean at this it still can turn around, but it took me into the straight. So basically I can cancel the sell order now and to cancel it. So if, well, I'm gonna leave the yellow line so we know where we got into the trade. Well, actually shows where we got into the trade. Okay, so you see I'm going to cancel, and in my Telegram channel I'm going to say cancel, also cancel sell order. So basically that's for the purpose of just in case we will sharply turn around and it can trigger that and then come back again into our consolidation, because this could possibly be a false breakout, as you know, but it looks like it might continue going up. That's what I was saying. On the 5 minute and 15 minute time frames it was a bit of a mix, showing more going down but at the same time a possible reversing going up, and technically we are inside this channel. So let's see, and let's put the Fibonacci. Okay, let's see how far it can go. I use the previous bottom. This is where I was our downtrend and we had a bit of a correction and broke, and now it's around 23. Previously it was trying to break 23. So for example, expectation a possible going like 38 or 50, which is near our previous levels of the channels. So you see it might go up there and then we will see. if it's going to try to break them or might turn around, because like I'm saying, it's a little bit of mix, like 30 minutes, a little bit showing a possible continuation of downtrend, but at the same time turning, going more up. And the same on the 15-minute time frame, it was showing more towards up, and 5 minutes, you see, but 1 minute was waiting for this possible taking the previous top and then giving me the signal for sell, but it didn't give me originally. So now I'm waiting. It still might. No, now it's a possible. Now it shows me a continuation of going up. So it might go a bit over for reverse, but it, like create this little top, then it might go back down, and then try to go up again to take it up, or just continue a little bit further and then looking for the next. Because okay, now I have this top, and let's just see, you see in the smaller time frames the same, I can use a little bit of the channel here and to see where we can go from there, like this. You see, I have two bottoms, I have one top, and that's the other one. So let's see if it will go further up and to try to take this top. Okay, so from that top, quite possibly it could be that pullback, and this is where I could possibly look for sell for this scalping. Okay, unless it will decide to go all the way up. But let's see if it's going to be in a normal, kind of quiet, normal moving situation, going a little bit further up, then go a bit of a down, and then slowly going up without sharp movements. Okay, so now it's above the stop, so let's see if it's going to stop above it, and then where it's going to go. So you see on the 1 minute time frame now, my the indicators are not telling me not do anything. So basically at this moment you see the breakout strategy walked out at this moment, as we triggered it's triggered my buy order. So now let's see what's next, because it's still, we follow these movements, it still shows me with my indicators, it still shows that it should go back to this bottom, it should cover it, but like I'm saying, it's not always can happen fast. So let's see, wait and see what is it going to do next at this moment, because like I'm saying, it's not except this trade is not giving me any other signals at this moment. So let's just sit and expect it continue a bit further up, and where we have 50, 38, and the 50 is right at the top. This is a really good one. But if it's going to go like really nice and smooth up there, then on the way can of course look for further up, trying to sell, and then looking for more buys and see if it's going to actually do moves like that. That would be really nice and smooth movements, but not expecting much. I mean, okay, let's see. If there are any news. Again, Monday is very slow, quite often. Is anything else? Like I'm saying with gold, you really have to watch the news, see what is happening. It's nothing at this moment coming out. Maybe just thinking to put a bit of a music on, because it's too boring. again to wait for something happening. So what it's trying to do is moving a little bit down again, but I'm just not going to do anything at this moment. I was trying to get a bit of a music and was interrupted by reading some news again. Okay, I don't know if you can hear the music or not. It's something like, you know, relaxing. Good luck, relaxing music. So let's see. So at this moment it's trying to break the previous top, but I'm not doing anything because it's not giving me the signal. It didn't give me the signal to sell. No. So yeah, it might create a little pin here and then continue. Might a little bit consolidate here. Let's see if it will consolidate here. Then I could possibly place again orders. Depends, for example, further expecting further up. This is now going to be very narrow channel though. Back to here. You see 24 something. Very narrow to trade it inside there. So I'll just leave it. See what is it going to do next. Well, nothing is at this moment, guys. Still just doing some other stuff while I'm waiting for some movements. Very slow. It's just nothing is happening really, very slow. The only expectation is to continue or go higher at this moment. It's like I'm saying, on one hand, a possible now trying to take this little top or to go for a higher one. So let's see, something started to happen. So let's see if it's going to try to take that little top and then go a little bit of reverse, or just continue to go up. And we have a 23rd Fibonacci level there. Still nothing, very slow. This is so slow. Okay, so at this moment it still shows me as continuation of going a bit up on the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minutes time frames. Shows me a little bit going up, continue. Yeah, and 1 minute is also not giving the sell yet. So let's see, for example, if I would buy, well, I already have a buy here, another buy maybe, to try to take those tops or go further. Let's see if it will try to go back down again a little bit. So you see the point is here is already have a buy order, which was with the price action strategy, and now with the like indications I could place a buy now for the more expectation of continue going up again, combine the indicators and the technical. So you see, which is not a strong signal. Again, you see, the stronger one is a bit different, but it's a weak signal, but showing it's still continuation of going up. That's what it shows me. So like, yeah, 1 minute time frame shows me a bit of continuation by using like here's a 3 indicators. I like the most two of them. The third one is kind of like additional, and that one is a bit complicating things, and I'm just thinking to use that one or not to use that one, rely on it or not rely on it, as that one confuses, because the other two indicators show one thing and the third one shows the other one. But still, like with the way I do scalping at this moment, it doesn't give me a good entry point at all. So this is like, for example, if I would go now just purely relying on these indicators and then technical, a bit of a technical plus indicators, but not the proper strategy for the one. You see, that's what I'm saying, 1 minute time frame, even the scalping, you would think scalping is like buy sell or something. It's not. I say again, if you don't have a strategy, you still can wipe out your account, and you might be lucky to get into some good trades, but if you don't have a strategy, it's not going to work. That's why I kind of really have to stick to it. And that's exactly how I was doing it, sticking to my strategy, and it was working amazing. But like I'm saying, watching the screen all day, this is way too much. You see, I'm trying now to do a bit of live trading, a little bit of manual watching the scalping, but only like few hours now. You see, it's nearly 11 for me where I am, which is nearly 10 London time, which probably would be easier. So it's 9:30 London, 10:30 for me, and I will be only staying until like 12 midday or 11 London time. So basically trading right now, trying to trade the European session, London session, but not American session, because I'm not going to be here during the American session. But like I'm saying, this one is really good for the Asian session, also very good Asian. Let's see what was happening through the Asian session and what I could have done if I would have nice trades. You see, the market, I didn't have a entry point last night because you see the market opened with the huge gap, and then it didn't continue the way up. I think everyone was expecting continue way up because it was a reaction on the news, you know, US, Iran. And I decided also not to go in because, you know, I do trade gaps, but when the situation like this, you don't know if it's going to go and close the gap or is it going to continue the way up. My expectation was possible, just like many others, that it will continue way up, because you see the yellow and the blue levels here of the channels kinda, and you see it's broken and tried to get in closer to the uptrend, and that's why I wasn't sure if it's going to continue or not, so I decided to stay away, and there was no consolidation for me to get in. But now again, without the indicators, for example, you see my scalping would have been here by here, and it's 80 pips, which I only would go for 200, you know, or 100, 200. So that would have been, for example, one of the scalping trades. Then I would be looking for, so that would go down, down, further down. So could possibly go for, see, is that would have been the low. Then I could probably looking for that one low, probably trying to buy here. Let's see if it's, you see, the could have just, if I would not go, well, maybe go with exact round jump in, 200 points could have been taken, plus minus. As I'm saying, with scalping, it could be less than 200 for a bit of a safety. Then go further down. This would have been a quite nice one. Drop and then come back with this green candle, probably would be buy. Here, looking for a possible sell. And then going down here. Is that one again lower than that, trying to break through, could have been another trade. And then looking for possible here, selling, then here buying, and nothing would be done here, as that one is high, nothing here. This could possibly look for, which could have been a possible losing trade, then we'll be looking for that one that would be a profitable trade, then we'll have a breakout. And that's where we're going to go already in the European session. So Asian session could have been quite nice also, but again, you see, this is just based on those tops and bottoms, so could have been two losing trades, but that would have been also looking with the indicators. So indicators could have shown some different. I know, like when there's such strong bottoms, the indicators probably would have shown the strong buys. With this ones, would be, depends what the indicators would show. For example, only based on taking those bottoms and then go into it, would have to see what indicators would show. And technically also could look at the picture technically, so that's why here it's hard to say, but a lot of profitable trades against two losing trades possible, and recovery probably would have recovered wherever the losing trades I would have. So you see, that was pure just completely just looking at tops and bottoms and no indicators. But with indicators it's better. You see, like for example here, didn't go for sell, we took that top. Well, I mean, even without indicators I wouldn't go for sell here, because we broke and staying above. It's trying, you see, it's trying to consolidate. That's why I said it might consolidate a little bit here before it will decide where to move next, because there is nothing when nothing's going on the market. We had already gone through the opening of London, and then it gets like nothing in the news, it's not picking up, it just started to get really slow and goes into those consolidations. You see, it didn't continue the way up to close the trade with profit, it didn't turn around, it just decided to stay here, made a bit of move and stopped. So basically that's what I was saying before it's even started to consolidate, to possibly use this area to place new orders. The only problem is that not very nice area, very narrow and very close to one and another channel levels, and we had the previous nice consolidation here, and this one right now is kind of in the middle of that previous one. So yes, I'm looking at the previous one and it was like 40 something pips. That would have been nice. So basically, if our price would go here and stay in that a bit range, that would have been a good one to place the orders, because we already had it here and it was really nice drop. But here in the middle, you see, the point is from here it might, just like I was saying, go just to that level slightly above, trying to pick the stop and then turn around, which is about just 450 is not enough if I place the orders with the 288 points and 200 points profits. It's 488 I need to move. It's not, it might not move, it might 488 is kind of a bit too narrow, you see. And from here again, if I place my orders and if it decide to go further down, the same. See, it's very narrow. It's not very good area to place those orders. So basically I would rather to see it going higher and stay a little bit here, maybe give a bit of a pin and then stay in here, or break and stay above. Then that would be really nice to place again my orders, to place my painting orders. But the question is again, like here I can buy, right, and expect just inside the a bit of a technical overview to see if it's actually going to go and hit that. But don't forget that we actually use the pin. What if the actual channel is going to be this way? Yeah, then what? Let's try to put it this way, because this one now is really nice, touching all of those candles, you see. So basically now I can say that it might be not too bad area to look for if it's decided to stuck here, give a bit of a jump and then turn around and go for a bit of a sell inside this. Now it's also still narrow, but it's like about 500 points or 495. So basically here is a sell stop I could place, okay, just based on a possible that my channel would be looking this way. It's a 5-minute time frame. Let's see what's on a 15-minute time frame. Kind of 15-minute time frame is generating right underneath that previous channel, right? So it's quite possibly can be trying to break, but not successfully. At this moment 1 minute is not showing me anything. 5 minutes is still showing, is a little bit more further up. 15 minutes is the same, and the 30 minutes, like you see now I have dilemma as the 5 minutes shows a bit up, 15 minutes shows a little bit up. So the slightly bigger time frame showing me going a little bit up, except the 5 minutes is a bit mixed again. Like for example, a possible for still further up a bit and then come back. So what I'm going to do now, 1 minute time frame, I'm waiting for still, and it also could be quite good as a showing in the 5 minutes, but not 15 minutes or 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a bit mixed. 15 minutes is showing a little bit going up, and I like 15-minute time frame. It's really good one. But also using the averages on 15-minute time frame is very also useful, as on averages are showing continuation of going down. So like again, maybe a little bit of further up and then still going down. You see what again we have? Nothing. It just sits in this area. So is it going to break that, or is it not? So back to 5 minutes time frame is a little bit like I'm saying, do I want to place? Let's see if it's going to hold again. If it's going to hold and try to give us a little pin or something. So possibly if it will go back and like I'm saying, give a little pin, then I might go look for a sell. But again, it depends if the signals, if the indicators will show me that it could be a good idea to go for sell. In when it's if it's not gonna go through like this one, you see, because here I was also looking forward to a possible taking the stop, give me like a pin or something and turn around, and I could have make a sell to go again for a scalp to here, you see. But it did not, it just broke through and stayed above it, you see. It's very narrow, you see. For gold with the spread it's too narrow to go into it, into any trade. So let's see what it's going to do. Not giving me much. Still stays. You see, in this kind of range again, could possibly try to, like, you know, go for buys or sells because it's in the range, and basically in the next big move would clear out the losses and recover. But I'm not jumping into every single trade. Is because I'm not going to be there when the American session opens and then some American news. That's the downside, because otherwise could just try to get into every single trade, and of course if it would be much bigger account. Because this is like just based to try to get trades based on just you see this consolidation. So for example, yeah, now thinking it might just go and try to get higher and take those, but you see that would be just purely based on technical possible consolidation, not like on the strategy itself, not using the indicators. So it would be just like, okay, we're in consolidation. Remember I was telling you about it last time, the same. It looks like we are getting into the channel, expecting a bit of movements inside it, right? And this is like once it here gone up again, so small trades could possibly, but again depends on how big the spread, and you won't just might be just like, you know, small trades in out in out in out. But this is not how my strategy works. Okay, so let's see now if it still wants to jump a bit up, and then is it going to try to break through this channel now, this flat area, or what? I just prefer to wait, you know. Okay, something is going on. Not much, still not much. Come on. So hopefully now it will continue up a bit more. But let's see if it's going to try to break this. Is it going to go a little bit further? Let's see. Well, as you can see, guys, at this moment, just as expected, went up, closed half positions, as you can see here, as that the stopped moved, half positions closed, as it was 0.02, now it's 0.01, and the trailing stop is going to continue with the price. So at this moment, you see it's on a safe distance and hoping for a possible pickup, a bigger move. So if it will continue moving up, the trailing stop will continue moving up. If it's going to reverse, then I'm going to walk out with a small profit, half profit from the position closed, and another half less. Basically, the stop only few cents. So it's going to be a smaller profit if it will decide to reverse. So basically, see, I was expecting a possible taking over this area, so we jumped out. So let's see if it will try to go back, because as what I was saying, it's not like giving me signal for like selling just yet, and quite possibly it would want to try to go for this next level, next top, okay, before it would want to go for a little bit reverse. But at the same time, it might give me the sell signal. So let's see and wait. So it's quite possible, which only going to be on a 1 minute time frame. You see, on a 5 minutes it's a bit complicated. On 15 minutes it's still looking towards continuation of a little bit more going up, and the same on the 30 minutes time frame, it shows me more towards going up. You see, like the bigger time frames showing going up, so the 15-minute time frame and 30 minutes, and the 5 minutes a little bit of mix, and 1 minute just not giving me anything at this moment. So either this way, or remember was a bit of this way, right, using the pin. But if just to go for those areas, so let's see if it will just create the pin. So if it will create the pin and give me this a bit of a signal on 1 minute time frame, then expectation would be turning around, and then I can go for sell. Again, just a scalping, not expecting like a huge move or something at this moment, because then with this one. I'm gonna have another a possible channel, something like that. You see, like this, yeah. So expecting it's from here, a possible going further up, and this is going to be our 50, right? So the next level is 50, and inside, so like you see this channel, so what it can do from here, for example, might go a little bit down and then again up, or might continue further up, let's see, or break here and start to consolidate here, because that's so slow. It's just could be all those a little bit of movements. So let's see if it will try to if it would want just to stay below it. It's not giving me a clear clear sell at this point. I do really want to see to, you know, on a 15-minute time frame, I want to see it to get to the point where it would more look for reverse, and that's where it's better to look for like 1 minute time frame to go for the possible sell. See, it's like at this moment, like 1 minute time frame is kind of like saying this possibly could be a sell, but it's not based on this top. Now I'm looking for this top, so again, like possibly taking this top, and then possible entry point would be here, as it's but it's so close to the next level now. See, so I'm gonna see on the 5 minutes we have this little pin, little bit of candle, and let's see if 1 minute would try to get it higher. That's what it's trying to do at this moment. Let's see what's 1 hour time frame is telling. Now is a little bit mixed also, with more towards going up on 1 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame is also slightly mixed. There's no clear picture at this moment. Quite often with this it would be like really nice and clear picture, like I would want the market to go back down to the bottom, take it, and then turn around with the signals, with the indicators. Then it would be a really strong one for buy. But this moment, this one is kind of like, so you can see it's slow, it moves really slow, so it's like trying to go back in our previous consolidation area. So what I'm just like, so you would know what I'm talking about, you know, in this, going back into this area and maybe in that mess where it was having before. But with all of that, you see, because of this trend level is broke it. You see here I was pretty much sure of continuation of way down and then either breaking and coming back. But here, for a stronger return for me, I wanted it to take this bottom. That's what I'm just trying to say. If the market would reach that bottom and give me low and then return, I would be like strongly positive about the market going up. Except it's been doing like the same. You see, like with this bottom too, I would love to see more like here another bottom and then turn around, and it might do the same here. You see, done here too, is it went up, and with those ones the same. It didn't give a bottom here too. It's just you see turned around, except could have a look. That bottom breaks and comes back and then gives a little one. It was about the same with that channel. The tops were quite nice to go for sells, perfect, but the bottoms were not as usual. They were more like kind of bit of head and shoulders bottoms, and here it's not very nice. For me, I can't see here exact straight picture in here because it's out plus minus. It's trying to stay below or above. Let's see what is happening again. 1 minute. You see, with the 5-minute time frame and 15 minutes, it's a little bit mixed. As for 1 minute, it's trying to also not very strong. Again, I could look for possible try maybe to sell this one, but I don't, because another indicator is telling me still of possible continuation a bit more further up. So it still might try to get to the next level and trying to get there. Maybe that's where it would be a stronger area, because the previously, as you can see here, like this, there we go. And if I will correct it a little bit more, so it's like right where the previous channel we had, you see, and that's what it's trying to do, get to that. So it's trying to go, would it try to break it and stay above, go further, and then possible reverse, like maybe level 38 we have in 50, or it's not going to break it. So, and then might decide to stay and consolidate in this channel. So if it will stay and consolidate in this channel, right, so what is it doing? At this moment it continues. You see, it's not, as I'm not getting closer, I can move a little bit further myself, okay? So at least a little bit further if it decides to reverse. Might be a little bit too high, because if the market might just come back and here stays and then turn around again, then it's to be too close. But let's see. As at this moment, yes, it's not giving me the indication of reverse at this moment, so it's trying to get higher. So if it will, now let's see if it's going to take those tops. Yep, it's going. You see the stop loss moved itself. The trailing, you see, it's just moved. Yeah, it's a quite strong one, and I'm just going to leave it, because on the 5-minute time frame it's already got to quite a good point where it could possibly look at a bit of reversal, but still my possible expectation go 38, and if it will have enough strength, maybe go a bit further. So you see the bigger time frames were showing quite well for not going to sell, even though it shows still that it might go back down, but indicators, because I look at like different things in here, and the indicators on the bigger time frames, you see like 30 minutes I was saying, and 15 minutes were still showing more continuation of going up. 5 minutes was also. So now you see the 5 minute and 15 minutes got to the point where it could possibly have a bit of a reverse at some point, not yet. Okay, so it's like it's gone, and then we will look, because it still shows that it wants to get, because that's the top, remember? Yeah, so that still shows that possible of getting to this. So okay, that the 1 minute started to go a little bit of slowing down. So now it's watching moment, and it's probably going to hit the stop. So, and I'm going to walk away with some profit, and a possible might stay in consolidating in here. Let's see, say what, like staying above in the area. So there's no signs for reverse at this moment. So I see it's keeping that trade with still full possible expectation go a bit further up. Which is my expectation, possibly could be now, is that 50 to go and reach around 50, and this is where to I look for possible reverses. Those previous tops, a little bit of those bottoms. So this area maybe around here is a possible would be to look for another possible sell, but unfortunately, see, I'm not going to be here. So it might reach there and consolidate a bit, or create something like this, you see, like double top. Well, actually it was top head and shoulders, a bit of a head and shoulders pattern in here, and so I would look for it around this area, but that's a bit of a crucial area because it's close, very close to our trend, the uptrend level channel, the big one, remember, on the bigger time frame. That's what it's trying to sit underneath, with a possible trying to break through. You see, double head and shoulders is a possible head and shoulders pattern. Could possibly be on the 1 minute, on 1 hour time frame. On the 4 hours, it's still more. That's what I was saying. Double bottom. I still wanted to see another bottom. Okay, see, it's closed out. That's it. It's just hit the stop. And again here, it still might, go back and start to sit in here in this area, a bit of consolidation before it might decide to, again, to go through either up, would be 80 pips, which is okay, or to try to get down. Like I'm saying, I would really love to see to take that bottom, come back, and then I would be more like, let's say, I would be more like 80% positive of it's trying to climb back up. But at this moment on 1 hour, it's looking like it's trying to be a head and shoulders. So if this head and shoulders are possible, then we have strong area. Well, again, you see, if we will take a bigger time frame and place Fibonacci, so that at this moment it stays around 23. Okay, so previously it broke 50, now it stays around 23, and consider a little bit that's as a neck area. I mean, okay, you see here is a lot of, if I will place in here a lot of movements we had, like flat area, right? This consolidation in here was huge, right? A little bit here and huge here. So that could possibly be kind of plus minus neck of our head and shoulders. Maybe down here a little bit. It could be based on any of this, but the area, the zone, let's say the zone around this area. So if it will try to go through all of it, then I would say I would probably would be again. If it will go through all of it and stays here a little bit, then I would be like 90%. For me, it would be a continuation of going up. So you see, like I'm saying here, it's quite possible to go with a risk one when we were buying, and just keep the buy and place the stop somewhere around here, but still maybe a little bit further down, depends how big the account is. And if you want to take that, for example, when we were in that buy trade, so for example, I would go somewhere like here, so this is 500 points, expecting that this is head and shoulders, and it should continue, like you're risking 500 to try to get like whatever 1,000, 12,000 something, right? So it's like we're risking for let's say 5,000 points and trying to make, so 5,000 would be here, and if we're expecting it to be back inside our channel, go further up, then we're looking for like 12, 15,000 points profit, right? So that's how, like, if you want to calculate this profit to lose loss rota, but if it goes back further, then yeah, you lose 5,000 points, but then you would look for other trades big like this. It's not always such a big stop, has to be, but in this situation, you see, looking if it's not going to be head and shoulders, is it's on 1 hour time frame, looks like head and shoulders, but if it's going to end up as a double bottom, that's what you're trying to protect yourself, not to, you know, be hit by stop somewhere around here, but a bit further, and see if it's good, would be ending up as head and shoulders. But of course it might just continue and follow the more breakout or down, which I would probably think if we will not reach this area and then just try to reverse from here, then I would say it would try to go further down. But at this moment it's just that crucial area where the market is trying to, you know, trying to get the idea of what it wants to do, because technically it's broke from this uptrend channel technically, but fundamentally the world news pushing gold higher. So you see, just based on that, it could be head and shoulders then, right, where you would buy. So you see right now 1 minute time frame is showing me a possible continuation of going up. So you see at this moment it's a lot of mess. That's why I don't put indicators on it and keeping it on different ones. So I probably remove this. What do we have on the smaller ones? If we need all those, you see, still need all those levels really. So see what is it going to happening now. So we have reached 38, and it's possibly might stuck in here until the next move, because you see how slow it is. It's very slow. It's nothing we can do at this, nothing I can do at this moment. You see, those ones are really nice, would be an entry point. You have that bottom, there's another one, nice little red green candle, this nice move here, but again could have checked with the indicators what they would be showing. Then I have this top, which I wouldn't like as much, but still a possible. And but this is like American session, going into American session, and yeah, some a bit of the hours there through American session might be a little bit of fakey moves for the strategy, which I was trying to avoid, but I haven't been trading for quite a while, so wouldn't say at this moment. The good point is also to look if it was possible to trade like later hours, like after American session, like some closing of American session maybe. Let's see if we have here. I still wouldn't be home, that's the problem, and this would be the move. This would be also good to enter in here just before the market closes. It was showing turning around again, because this is better to trade, I'm saying, like not into the news events. Of course you wouldn't use that strategy, that scalping, but Asian session and like here wouldn't be anything. This could possibly, that would have been also, it's quite late, this would have been a also nice 50 pips, which enough would be to go for also a scalp, small trade for scalping. Where else I would go into the trade? So let's see, here's the evening again. So if you're looking on my time zone, it shows 6 o'clock, which is for me is I'm always, because the time I have and time in terminal is different. So it's like it shows right now 12:25 and I'm 11:25. So I'm an hour behind the terminal. So that's why, because I'm home in the evenings, that's what I'm looking. If I can apply the strategies, I didn't try apply the strategies the hours, like late hours. You see, for example, here. No, it's still early, 5 o'clock, it's 4 my time. And yeah, 7 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock, might still not good enough. I am not at the screen, I can't be at the screen at that time. Well, let's see, that was 5 minutes. Let's see 1 minute time frame while we're waiting. Let's see, while I'm waiting. So for example, would it be anywhere like this time? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock here, it's 7 o'clock, so 9 o'clock. I need to look for 9 o'clock, so 9 o'clock would be 8 o'clock for me, and I'm at home at this time. So for example, this is not really fantastic, but still could be a trade. Here is more looking like a possible trade in here. This would be already not very good entry point. No, actually it still would have been alright, 260 points, which would have make a small profit on that, and definitely would make profit on that, and then nothing afterwards. So could possibly try to see those like an hour, couple of hours from 8 until the closing of the market, maybe. Just need to see more in here. Yeah, could have trade that, but again, what the spread is for the smaller ones, the spread important. So this is again like about, what is this, 9, which is 8 o'clock for me. So all of that would have been, again, a nice trade would be here. Nothing, I would go for no trade in here. So as I said, like a possible looking for one trade. Okay, so what do I have? Look, it's just reached 38, and I have the small pin in here. Unfortunately, again, on the 15 minutes and 5 minute time frames, I do not have a entry point at this moment. But on 1 minute time frame, I might be able to go for a small trade. So for example, back to the channel and consider that it's going to consolidate here, consolidate to still continue the way up. You see, do I want to risk it or not? But this is how the kind of scalping strategy is. The possible trade. Okay, I will do the sell. Not going to send it to Telegram channel because this is just a little bit late. Should have go straight into there. And let's see if it goes further down a bit, because that's where in the 1 minute time frame indicators are telling me to go into the trade. but not the 5 minutes. That's what I don't like. The 5 minutes and 15 minutes are not giving me the possible entry points, but they are quite also in a good position, showing that I had a bit of enough of movement, and this is where it could be. So you see at this moment already I could close a little bit, or for example, if I will not wait but move a little bit, stop, and it's not a lot, but could go for a bit of a scalp, making a small profit out of it. So let's see if it will go even further down to where I'm expecting the next little area. Well, here we go. Look, it's closed out half position. So yeah, that was well, I can just move a little bit further, you know. With the scalping, really, you can go just for a proper take profit, you know, just like take 200 or 150 maybe, and done. Because this is purely 1 minute scalping. You see, I just scalp this movement. Even for the, like I'm saying, that's what I was waiting for. 5-minute chart reached in the right moment. 15-minute just, but still enough for a possible going for the scalp. So that's what I just done. And you see the showing the 38 Fibonacci gone through a little bit above, and now waiting for the next possible entry point, next signal. So like my view could be is that we broke through this channel, so it might just start a bit of consolidation in here before the next move, you know. So maybe go a little bit further down, maybe it will go back to 23 and stays around this area. Not sure if it will be there, but around here somewhere. And it's 11:30 already, so I only have about 30 minutes and I'm gonna go. So let's see where it's gonna land, as the trade now is protected, so it's nothing to worry about. Quick scalp. But 1 minute time frame, it shows me a little bit further, can go a little bit further down, but you see technically that level might be a stopping point. Okay, so that level might just stop it, and might start to consolidate here. But you see, like for example, I can't go into the buy because on 1 minute time frame it doesn't give me the signal to buy. Okay, so if I stick to the strategy, I have to stick to the strategy. That's what I'm saying. Even with scalping, and even if you go for smaller profits, still need to stick to the strategy. You have to have your own kind of rules, you know. It's like, yeah, you can try to jump into every single trade. Very risky, bigger accounts possibly is alright, because like I'm saying, it's no matter, you can buy, sell with the EA, it will recover it. But for example, I would jump into some trades like this without like thinking much, and just based on like the levels, you know, the technical overview, a bit of this indicators. I will just jump in those trades expecting like, oh, okay, it's going to be news today, so I'm expecting a big move. That means it will clear out all the trades. But I'm not expecting big news today, unless fundamental news, of course. And I'm not going to be there watching it to see how many trades, you know, like you get too many trades, and if it goes into recovery for all of them, the lot size might get very high. Like for example, if you know you have a big account, like what lot size you can go, I don't know, up to 1 lot maybe in combined. Basically, if you're going to get 1 lot on like so many trades, then you're going to blow. Well, again, if you're trading 100,000 account, no, still don't want many lots to be open. That's how it works. So see, it still shows a bit more, going a bit more down. For example, the 5-minute time frame shows me like it was a good area, yeah, to look for the trade, and it still shows me that we would have to come back, right, to take this top. And 15 minutes time frame Basically it's a bigger one, and it also shows that at this moment it shows a bit for a going down, but also would want to take this top because it didn't take that top. When I have these signals, the indicators showing on 1 minute, well, 1 minute is just like when you jump in, but basically 5 minutes and 15 minutes, when they're all, the two of them are like a really good position and they're showing one or another like buy or sell kind of areas, and then you have 1 minute get into those areas, and that's where it's very strong. That's where it's very strong, and it's possible to go for bigger lot size. It's like 99%, I would even say 99.9% guarantee is going to be profitable trade. That's when I like when it's combined. Yes, 5 minutes and 15 minutes, and then you're looking at 1 minute time to get that strong trade. So like you see, like now for example the 30-minute time frame shows me a still continuation of going up, but you see is where I'm scalping. So that's why when I'm scalping, I'm going buy and sell. I don't care what the main trend is. It's just it helps, for example, not to jump into some trades which could be false, or always losing trades, right? So avoid some of the losing trades, like I'm saying. But with the small lot size, you don't worry about it, because expecting the EA to recover the losses, the possible losses. So you see it's getting closer to 12 for me. I think I'm going to finish now. So you see, I'm quite possibly, well, let's make it a little bit closer so it would be a bit better profit. Okay, so that's it. My kind of expectation here would be, looks like coming back to this maybe area. Okay, or maybe it will go further, like using this our little uptrend channel. So basically here, if it stops, then I would have look next. Is it going to stop or consolidate or break through, continue? You see, and if it would stays here, basically might continue further, a little bit down, look for the next. You see, from here it still might go and take that bottom, but at the same time it might stuck here. Yeah, you see it's stopping right above this channel and consolidate the previous area I'm showing you here too, so, which is 23, the level of Fibonacci. So basically I could just close this trade with whatever profit I already have, like a little bit bigger profit. And as the 1 minute time frame is trying to turn around, I'm just going to close it. So let's say I closed it, I scalped it, I made as for scalping, okay, my 200 points, and now maybe I jumped out a bit too early, but it's 23 and I'm just expecting it's possibly can start to, because 1 minute is a little bit slowing down, 5 minutes kind of like showing a bit further down, 15 minutes says yes, you've gone down a bit, but it still wants to go back up, and 30 minutes also tells me it still wants to go back up. That's why I closed here, and I'm just going to leave it now, even though it's not even 12 yet, but I'm going to leave it now and see if it's going to do another consolidation, because I'm not expecting it to continue further. Okay, I'm expecting a slowdown now. So it made a little bit of that move, and now I'm expecting a slowdown. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking it's going to slow down around this little level and 23 of Fibonacci. That's what I see. So, and if it will stay here before I leave home, then I might go for some new entry points. Okay, so for example, if it will start to consolidate a little bit here and I place, and my expectation would be to go further up, right? 90, like something 90 points, like next to 50 level Fibonacci, and even further if there is something will be there to fuel this move. And if it's not going to go up, then here, for example, so you see it's like American session around opening here, then it might go a little bit, it might do if it's not gonna break through, it might do me a losing trade. So basically it would be better if it would end up somewhere around here, but it's too late. I'm sure it will go through the trade. Yeah, see, it's like something like 350 for me, which is I think is actually the news. American news is going to be about that time. So basically, it might, well, but if it stays above it, that means from here, if it's not going to go further, from here to here, it might be just, well, basically, look, what I see as we stopped in the middle of this channel, you see, 1,000 up and about 700,000 down. So basically like just in the middle. So that's why it might stay in this area. Okay, I will make a shape so you know what I'm talking about. So something like this, right? That's my expectation of the possibility of where might be staying in this area. Okay, that's according to this previous. Okay, so previous one, and you see it's like 340 for me. It's 240. So this is roughly where the American news could be. So if it stays in like kind of that area, this is where I'm thinking to place the orders, and could be, that's what I'm saying, could be going up, right? So we have 900, and it might go a little bit, might create a little bit of you know, like a bit of flag, and but let's say that's the lowest, and 600 is not good enough, but still would be enough. So you see, it's kind of a little bit in the middle with the 1,000 there and about 600, 700 down there, which I think it might go a little bit that way. So that's it. There's no point for me now to sit and watch, because I know if it's like such a narrow range, I'm just going to leave it, as it's also like 12, going to 12, and you see it stopped. It's going possible the expected way. Yeah, might go in like this. Yeah, it's again, you see, with trading, it's all get into the trade, get out, wait, and you spend more waiting than trading. More waiting time than trading time. Let's see what the automatic system does. My automatic system at this moment has 2 cells, and it's already made how many trades today? It's 23rd. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oof, lots of trades it's already done. Yeah, you can't beat the robot. You can't beat the robot. But I see it's been recovering. So it's been recovering, and that's why it has so many trades. Yeah, it's recovered it. It's like had 15, 0.15, 0.14. Yeah, so there's been recoveries, and then 0.02. Quite few trades, 0.02. Yeah, and closed out with profits, and now I have 2 cells floating there. Yeah. And one is already in a profitable trade. Well, that's how automatic one. Automatic one is only using one. It only uses one indicator, which I'm using also here, but it makes losses and then recovers it. And I have been doing my stream last time. I had 2 trades and they were profitable, and now I had 2 trades and they again were profitable. You see, so basically, when you're watching it manually, it's more it's not as many trades, but they are more accurate, let's say. Yeah, so if like EA would do me 10 trades, but they might have 5 losing trades out of it, but recovered it, still ending up with profit, and at the same time I might do only like more. No, okay, let's be honest, if I would be watching the market all day, then I could probably also make those 10 trades, and they possibly would be 9 profitable and only one losing. So compared to EA, I could do during the day. But okay, half days, you've seen 2 trades last time, 2 trades this time, and they're all profitable. So compared to EA made already like, I don't know, 10 or 5 trades, which were some profitable, some losing, but recovered. So it's all depends. But like I'm saying, yes, with when you are watching it and you are trying to scalp, depends how big your account is, but you can place bigger lot sizes because these entries are more accurate. So yeah, you can place higher lot sizes, yeah. And I'm not jumping into every single one. You see, like based on the strategy, that the strategy with indicators and trend lines using. So it's just all helpful to get into more accurate trade. So I'm gonna leave it for now. So it's about 15 minutes. There's no point really to sit and watch. Like, okay, it's turned around a little bit, but I didn't have any signals for entry points at this moment. I think it's just going to consolidate in this area until the possibly opening of American session. So, but I mean, it might continue go up. I mean, again, the next I would be looking for is, of course, to go and again to try to go for those tops, possibly this time to try to go further up or go above them and then try to reverse again and then see what it would show me like on a 1 minute time frame. But I don't think it will be happening fast enough because it's like only 10 minutes left for me, and I like I'm saying, it might be area, I place that area, but based on, you see that the previous, that's where could possibly be plus minus. So but that's the possible consolidation, the next consolidation area to look for, unless it goes further and then start to consolidate a little bit higher and or gives some entry points again for the quick scalps, quick trades. So I see it's a 5 minutes and 1 minute time frame. So for example, in here, it's back, it's now 300. You see, that's what I'm saying. It's would have been possible just to jump into the trades using the EA and just expecting, okay, because it's like so slow and consolidating around the area again, expecting, right? I was expecting to stop here and turn around, so I could have just buy, even though the indicators not giving me this. Okay, so that would be just risky one based on just pure technical. That's it. I can try at some point, maybe when I'll have a whole day of trading, or like the day when it's going to be proper news, and just try to show you how it could be done and how EA would just clear it out and how risky it could be. Okay, so how risky, how big the lot size will grow, how many trades could be floating at the same time, and could it be any benefit of doing it this way. And like I'm saying, it's could be beneficial if you have a big account, smaller lot sizes using, but on a bigger account, so you know the risk, and you know that you're not going to blow it if you'll have like 10 trades floating at the same time, 10 or 15 trades it could be. The losing trades, as I'm saying, losing trades, because if it's close, it would close with profit, something it will close with profit. You see, like that's what I'm saying, the 15 minutes showing it wants to take that also top, the same as 5 minutes, and on 1 minute the same. So basically for me it would be if it will try to get up again, and it could be possibly another trying to sell it, right, unless it moves quite fast, and then you would just wait again. Would it have enough strength to do it? I mean, again, you can do that and then come back. So that's the point. You see here, it was right there. So it's around this, going back to the same area. Or it might just stuck in here. Like I'm saying, this is the area at this moment I'm looking for. If it will go back up here, then I would be looking at possible area here. Actually, this one could be again about 50 up. If I would want to place my pending orders, if it stays above, and 30, but it's probably, if it will go down from this area, then I would expect it to go at least to here again, so 60. So if it stacks higher than the highlighted area, then it's also a good area for placing orders, but it's very slow at this moment, as you can see. And well, actually it might also create like a little triangle. I'm just going to show it's all the possibilities. You just that's the point, you just sit and wait for whatever it creates. See, it might stuck in here, which also could be again for a quick trade, like stuck in here and then bang, break or break down. That's what you see. You see, I don't usually put so many levels because I already know a possibilities of that might happen, but I don't need this. But if you don't know, I'm just showing you this is what can happen. I mean, okay, I've highlighted the area, but it doesn't mean exactly this area. Could be plus, minus, above, slightly low, create a pattern. But the expectation of before the next move, a possible calm, right? A possible calm down. So, and I'm going to remove, well, maybe I'll just leave. No, I mean, like I'm saying, you see, when it's too many, well, okay, let's just leave that area still, but remove this level because it's too many levels. You can get, when you first time would like look at it, of course, you would just think this is a lot, but when you are following it, it doesn't look as bad. So that's it, guys, for now. I'm going actually to switch it off. And if I will have entry point before I leave, because I leave in another, it's nearly 12 for me, 12:01, in another 1 hour and a half. Maybe during this time it will stay in designated area, and then I would be able to place pending orders again. So this is going to be next based on pending orders, and I will send it into my Telegram channel. So, and if not, then I guess I would have to just walk away and leave it as it is. But you see, it's trying to get back up a little bit. I still have a bit of time, so maybe it will give something, or it's not going to be strong enough to do it. Or is it still going to give us like a little pennant here? You see, on a 30 minutes time frame, don't like when it's gives us 2 pin bars, one up and one down. So that means it's going to take one and going to take another one. But which way goes first? That's the question. So yeah, 15 minutes, still thinking if it might take it and come back, or on 1 minute it's like very slow. Well, I think I'm just going to leave it for now. As you can see, it's extremely slow. And still looking like might not go further up, but just create this little pennant, or like even if it's tried to break, take that, it might just stuck in here. It's no point is going to go for it. Well, I mean, again, from here to here, it still could be another 200. You see, it's created again like one top, one bottom, one little top for that pennant. Go down might here. If it might go down here, I would be looking at possible, if it's going further, and take that little bottom and try to go as a pennant, you know, turning around and then break through. You see, that's pretty much what is happening at this moment. Yeah, that could possibly be trying to create the pennant. But you see, with pennant, you see, for example, if I'm expecting this, it could be pennant, but it could be like this, go into here, or at the same time it could be like this, you know, go into here. And that's why, for example, now just wait for it to, you know, like sit, see if it sits in this area or go down here, and then look for the trade. So basically this type of pennant would be more towards continuation of the uptrend, so that's more like a bullish pennant. Or at the same time it might create a bit of a bullish flag, you know, and go a little bit down like this. Okay, and then go further up. But I wouldn't just do anything at this moment. That's it, done. So 2 trades in just what, 3 hours or something. So okay, like I'm saying, but profitable trades, but not jumping into every single one. Like I'm saying, at some point I might try to go into single one just based on the technical overview, ignoring the indicators, or maybe just a little bit using them for the main picture, but just based on the technical overview, expecting, oh, looks like it's going flat, trying to get there, so it just would be like selling from here, buying from there, selling again, buying again, and see how that end up. So we can do something like this too, but at this moment I'm not going to. I'm just going to go because I don't have time for it. So this is it for now. Well, guys, that was another session trading with me. I was trying to share with you the ideas of how I trade and scalping using system, the breakout system with the painting orders, where I was placing buy stops, sell stops. You know now how it works, and I continue showing those types of trading, which I'm sending to Telegram every time I place my orders, and also the scalping, the 1 minute scalp. You saw the one of the trades I took this with the different strategies. So combined 2 strategies. That's how it's happening. So hopefully, just I can't do it all day, unfortunately, at this moment. So like few hours a day. I think I will try to go tomorrow. You see, it depends. Like I'm saying, I can't exactly say where I can do it because I have some circumstances, something else can happen, but I'll try to go live pretty much around this time, which is about 8:30 London time, and up to about 11, right? So for me it's 12, but in London it's 11. It's easier for you to compare with London, because you all know how you can check London time and compare it with your time zone. So up until 11, yes. So tomorrow I will try to do the trades, but I don't think I will be able to do it on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, unfortunately. Yeah. So but I might just put the stream of the fully automatic one again back, so you can see again how EA does on its own, how it performs on its own again. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope this video was interesting for you, maybe useful for some of you. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe to see more videos. My Telegram channel, again, that's a free one, and it's the only one, is Jana FX. and you can find the links in the description of this video. And of course, for the E8 which I'm using, you can get it at Patreon. It's a very, very small symbolic charge out there for you guys, to easy to use, and it's not very expensive. Okay, so it's just like a service fee to run it, okay, which goes to programmer. And because I don't program myself, I have idea and the programmer does it, and he does all the services, and of course he's not going to do it for free. And the new strategy which I'm using for scalping with those indicators, to be honest, I was thinking to ask the programmer I asked the programmer before, and he was saying it was a little bit complicated to make, because it's not just based on the 2 indicators. He's using, you see at this moment the EA uses 1 indicator, but that's using 2 indicators and some averages and a little bit of another indicator possibly, and also the technical overview. And he's saying it's like very complicated, all the things I'm looking at, trading it, and I might just like write a little instructions for the trading this way, the strategy, and maybe just to would be able to offer it to you guys. But I don't know, of course it would be nicer if it could have been all automated. So, but yeah, that's how it is for now. So that's it for now, guys, and see you next time. Bye everyone, bye.